Alright, I wanted to make a video real fast about something that's been brought up many times in a short amount of time. And anytime that happens, that's God telling me, pay attention to this. So that's how he communicates with me. It's like right in my face in a short amount of time through different people in different ways. So yeah, I'm supposed to pay attention to it. And this is the thing I'm supposed to know about at this time. Um, there's a synagogue of Satan that the Jews are a part of right now that God wants me to know about. So that I was reading about in Revelations, but it was brought up by two team members, JR and Mary Magdalene. So since it was brought up in different people, I'm supposed to pay attention to it for some reason. And I find it interesting. I didn't know the Star of David represented the Jews of the Synagogue of Satan. I didn't know it represented them. And I don't think Bishop knows that either. I don't think so. His necklace has a cross in the middle of it and a Star of David around it. To me, he's Christian, obviously. So I don't think Bishop of the team knows what the Star of David represents, the Synagogue of Satan. I don't think he knows that. Maybe I'll break the news to him softly, one of these days. Not anytime soon. Hey, your necklace means the Synagogue of Satan. Did you know that? That's what you're wearing. That'll go over well. Yeah, that'll go over well. Like a turd in a punch bowl, as Sir David the Bard used to say. That I used to watch. That'll go over like as good as a turd in a punch bowl at a party. That's how it'll go with me, Bishop. If I say that. You're wearing a satanic symbol around your necklace. Did you know that? That'll go over well. So, I'm not sure how that conversation will come to fruition, but not anytime soon. Because to me, he's Christian and he's fighting for Israel, for the right cause, not for the Synagogue of Satan. He's not doing it for that. Bishop's doing it the righteous way. He's with God. So it's interesting. So, enough about that. I didn't know that about the Star of David. I didn't know that. I'm learning stuff as I go, for sure. But God wants me to be aware of that. So it's not all righteousness over there in Israel. I think that's what God's trying to tell me as well. It's not all righteousness when it comes to that. Some are, but some are not. They're part of the Synagogue of Satan. And God wanted me to know that. So, for some reason, at this time. Maybe I'll get a lot of heat for this, but it's in the Bible. So, and I do think it exists, They didn't accept Jesus. They didn't believe Jesus was the Son of God. So who are they serving? You know what I mean? Who are they serving? You know what I mean? Who do they believe in? If their Son of God never came, who are they believing in right now? You know what I mean? The Son of God did come, but they don't accept that. So who are they serving? So that's where it's at right now. I don't know if it was you, JR, that the Jews are doing the traditions of men and God's not pleased with them. Something like that. Maybe right. Maybe right about that. some of my team members have more insight about God on certain things. Like Bishop has more insight from God when it comes to Israel, because God reveals stuff to Bishop about Israel, because that's his purpose from God. God reveals things to me that he doesn't reveal to others. Get what I mean? And God reveals things to my team members that he doesn't reveal to others. You know what I mean? That's why our team is valuable. Each member of the team has a unique relationship with God that has revealed certain things. You know what I mean? Like each member of my team has different knowledge. For sure. All valuable. So together, combined, we make Captain Planet together. Just kidding. Captain Planet. Maybe if we put our rings together, Jesus will see the signal and it'll come. Captain Planet. If we put our rings together, I'll be heart. One of you can be earth, one of you can be fire. Just kidding. Anyways. Yeah. God wants me to know about this Synagogue of Satan that I didn't really know about. I didn't really know there was a Synagogue of Satan. I know Satan exists and all that. I didn't know the Jews were part of the Synagogue of Satan. That's what I'll say. I didn't know the Jews were part of a Synagogue of Satan. I didn't know that. So, now I do. And knowing is half the battle. As G.I. Joe says, there's a lot of truth in that. Knowing that is half the battle. Knowledge is half the battle. So God's given me knowledge for this battle. So I don't go fighting blind. God wants me to know what exists. God wants me to be aware of what is out there for real. Everything that's out there. So I'm not flying blind. Fighting smoke, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's what God wants me to be aware of at this time. So Mary Magdalene was saying, the Star of David equals the Synagogue of Satan, which equals, I think, material and money, wealth. That's what they value: material possessions and money. The love of money, the root of all evil. The love of money. So that's what God wants me to be aware of right now. I don't believe all Jews are part of that, though. I don't believe that. But some are. And that's what God wants me to be aware of. That group that is. The group that is at this time. So it may hold some significance in things to come. If it's in the book of Revelations, then yes. Significance of things to come. So he's just giving me a heads up, pretty much. Like I said, like a lot of the Revelations is still new to me. The seal thing, I don't even know. I don't understand the seals. I'm just barely learning about the seal. The first seal, the second seal. I'm just barely learning about that now. Barely. But God's about timing, so this is when I'm supposed to learn about it. And the Synagogue of Satan, that some of the Jews are part of. God wants me to be aware of it. Because nothing gets past God. If there's a Synagogue of Satan, God knows about it. He does. So, that you can be assured of. That you can be assured of. Nothing gets past him. Nothing. So, whatever's done in the dark gets brought to the light. And it's getting brought to the light right now. Yeah. Revelations speaks truth about this. So, anyways, that's all I want to say for this video. Just to kind of make me aware of what exists out there. You know what I mean? The reality. You know. So, if they really are part of a synagogue of Satan, that's not being anti-Semitic. Not really. If it's true, I don't know. You always got to be sensitive about that, you know. If one exists, then one exists. You know what I mean? So, anyways, wouldn't surprise me with this the way the world has been over all this time. It wouldn't surprise me if there's different groups all over the globe, if not everywhere, that's part of the synagogue of Satan somewhere, you know, that worships money and material wealth over everything else, you know. So I just want to make a video about this because it's been brought to my attention, for sure. For sure. So that's when I make a video. If something's been brought to my attention, like screaming in my face, that's when I make a video.